Right now, Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland is speaking to reporters alongside other ministers. Let's listen in.
In building a social welfare net that supports Canadians and in putting in place programs that help our economy to grow. Just think about early learning and childcare. That happened because the federal government decided to make an investment in early learning and childcare. And we are seeing the results. We are seeing the results in the highest labor force participation rate for working age Canadian women in our history. And that is coming at a time when we have labor shortages, and it is helping families with affordability. So our approach is we need government, and government must do important things for Canadians, for the economy, for Canadian people, including, by the way, in housing. We also understand, we also understand that government is able to deliver for Canadians when government operates on a responsible fiscal footing. And that, by the way, is a profoundly liberal conviction. It was Jean Chrétien and Paul Martin that did the very hard work of fighting to get the AAA rating that Canada currently enjoys. And what we are committed to is doing the things Canadians need us to do and maintaining that responsible fiscal foundation. And we are doing that. Canada, it has a AAA rating, notwithstanding the great investments we've made in Canadians. We have the lowest deficit in the G7, and we have the lowest debt to GDP ratio in the G7. We understand that if we want to continue to do big things for Canadians and build those things on that firm fiscal foundation, we have to be thoughtful about where the money is spent. And so that's why, the repurposing of spending of $15 billion, absolutely the right thing to do. And absolutely, that $15 billion is already in the fiscal forecast. The fiscal forecast and the budget that we tabled in the spring includes that $15 billion of savings so that we could fund the programs that were outlined in the budget. So it's not a new savings, it's something built into the fiscal track, and it is an approach which is very fiscally responsible and very in tune with generations of liberal and progressive leaders in Canada.
And just building on that, it's $15 billion over 5 years and then about $4 billion thereafter. And the exercise is extremely important. Spending reviews have been part of previous governments. But what we are asking departments across the government to do is to take a look at your expenditures and determine where there is the possibility to refocus that spending so that we can continue to deliver for Canadians in the large projects like childcare and dental care and health care and $10 a day childcare at that. The other part of the work of the Treasury Board that is relevant here is in cutting red tape. So getting your fiscal house in order involves not only examining unnecessary expenditures that can be refocused, but also where are there regulations that are making life less efficient, less effective for Canadian businesses and Canadian organizations. We have a bill before the House of Commons right now focusing on red tape reduction, and that very much is part of ensuring that our fiscal house is in order so that we can make the most effective use of taxpayer dollars.
We've been listening to Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, also Anita Nan, speaking with reporters alongside other ministers at their retreat in Charlottetown.